Welcome to Call Tyrone TV. As always, I start every session by saying I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, I'm not a therapist. These are my thoughts, my opinions from my life experiences and things I've learned along the way. So you have two choices after listening to me. You can either take what I've said, listen, think on it a little deeper, or you can never listen to me again. Either way, I'm happy. My goal is to make people think, help them smile, help them have some fun, and maybe help them in their life situations along the way. So again, welcome to Call Tyrone TV. Welcome to my mind. So in this session, I thought I'd try and give the women a few tips on dealing with men. Now, these tips are not all inclusive. There are tons of more I can go into, and they may not apply to all men. But it is kind of general, and I think most men will probably agree. The first thing about your man is tell him you don't want to change him. Although in the back of your mind, you probably do. He's not going to be perfect. He's not going to probably be every exact thing you want. Your goal is to try and support him, and if you do want to change something about him, try and guide him that way softly, or pray that God changes that part about him. But don't you directly try and change him. Do not compare him. Don't compare him to your father. Don't compare him to your grandfather. Don't compare him to a past boyfriend. Don't compare him to his brother. Don't compare him to any other man. Just if there's certain standards you want, then speak to the principle of it. Don't compare him to somebody else. It's a man's natural instinct to want to help you and fix things. So if there's something that you have that you're dealing with that you just want to vent about, then you have to tell him very directly, no hints, that you just want to vent. Because otherwise we just naturally want to try and fix you because we want you happy. And it's that whole Superman complex. We just want to try and make it all better for you. It's okay for him to have male friends. Granted that they're not negatively affecting him or your relationship, every guy needs man time. Whether he plays ball, whether he goes bowling, whether he plays pool, whether he just sits and watches a football game with the guys. You have to give him that time to be himself and to be with his friends. You can't expect him to react like a woman. Emotionally, mentally, men and women are just programmed differently. We process things differently. We express things differently. Now, there is commonality that we're supposed to kind of communicate and speak on, but you can't expect him to react the same way that you react. Two different minds, two different people. My uncle told me this statement a while back. He made a reference to this statement, and I think it's so true, and it probably applies to almost every man. There's 3 F's that every man wants from his woman: freak, feed, fun. Freak, without getting into any real deep details, basically he needs that loving. He needs that time. And I know it's hard sometimes, ladies. You done had a long day at work. You're tired. But if your man wants you in some heels and some makeup and an outfit, then you have to put that time forth. He needs that. You have to keep in the back of your mind that men are visual. So you got to put away the sweats. You got to put away the army outfit. You got to put away the football gear and bring out the nice silky, nice stuff. Sometimes heels and anything will work for most men. Trust me, even if it's just a t-shirt. Feed. Now, feed goes broadly. I mean, you probably automatically think I thought about food. And trust me, men love to eat, but I'm talking about a lot of things. I'm talking about feeding his ego. You got to be his biggest fan, even when he don't feel like he's doing great. Even if he has doubt in himself, you got to be his biggest fan. You got to feed his mind. You got to feed his intellect. You got to feed whatever he's into. You have to feed. And of course, if you can throw down in the kitchen, hey, do your thing. If you can't, hey, you better be able to order some good takeout. And the last thing is fun. You got to have fun with your man. I mean, bottom line, even grown men, we still big kids. If there's something that he's interested in, whether it's sports, try and sit down with him and watch at least a quarter of a game. If he's in the pool, if he's in the bowling, find something that you two like to do together and get out and have some fun. You can't assume just because he comes home every night that that's enough. You guys got to find time to have the fun, to laugh together, to play together. All right, ladies. So again, there are a ton of other tips that I can probably give you, but I'm not going to fit it in this session. If there are more that you want me to continue on this topic, let me know. Hit me up with some comments. All right. As always, thank you for watching Call Tyrone TV. Thank you for your time. I always leave you with think hard, think long. God bless.